first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 180 degrees. Then you need to get your chickens out. There they are. We're going to transfer these chickens to baking trays, getting rid of the plastic trays. And we're cooking garlic chickens today, so the next step is to get the garlic into the chickens. So you'll need quite a lot of garlic to get the flavours up. You just need to break the bulb open like that, and that'll get you into an individual clove. And then you can either just peel it straight with your fingernails like that. That can be a bit tricky sometimes. So a slightly quicker way is if you just top and tail them like that, and then the skin tends to just peel off in one like that. And if you've got really troublesome garlic, you can just crush it slightly under the knife, and again that makes it a little bit easier just to get the skin off. Right, so what you're going to do is you're slicing the garlic into small pieces, which you're then going to put down the side of the chicken. Okay, so what you do, you put the knife into the chicken, and then there's a space, you just pop the garlic through, and you just go over the whole chicken and pop the garlic in. Now, as well as tasting really delicious, garlic's also fantastic for your health. It's antiviral, antibacterial. It helps thin the blood, so that's why it's good for heart disease, because it's anticoagulant, so it stops your blood getting sticky, can help with heart disease and things like that. So it's an all-round beneficial herb or sort of root for your performance. Got plenty of garlic in the whole chicken, and I'm going to chuck a few garlic cloves inside the chicken as well. And then that is ready to go in your preheated oven. Let's check those chickens and see how they're doing. For cooking your chickens to perfection, you need to cook them for 15 minutes per pound of chicken. We had a 5 pound chicken there, and so that's going to take 1 hour 15 minutes, and then you add 15 minutes for good measure. Now to me they look pretty well done. What you do is you just cut down the side of the leg and have a little look, and if the juice is clear, you know that chicken's ready, and that one is ready. Now it's time to get the vegetables ready. These are only going to need about 10 minutes, so let's prep them up. And this evening we're going to have some curly leaf kale and some carrots. Simple as that. We're going to use a colander to steam the vegetables that we're going to eat. So if you're steaming, you don't boil the vitamin C content right down. We're just going to quickly steam them for 5 or 10 minutes, and then we're going to serve up. And our curly leaf kale in there on top. Now don't worry if it sticks slightly out of the colander, because that will steam down very, very quickly. Just push that in nicely, and then we'll whack a lid on top. You'll be able to see when they're done, you've got this see-through lid. Okay, it's not a science laboratory, but we're just looking, tasting and seeing what the difference is. Okay, let's have a little look at this chicken and this one. From where I'm looking, this chicken has got cooking juices. They're not all fat, and they're going to supply some good tasty flavour to our gravy we'll use in a minute. This one is swimming in fat. This chicken didn't get to run around when it was alive, so unfortunately it accumulated a lot of body fat in a short amount of time. It's fed the wrong kind of grains. Just the general state of this chicken, this is a lean chicken, this is a bit of a porker, and you can see that if you eat that, or if you eat the fat in the pan, or use that fat in the pan to make a gravy, it's going to make you fat. Okay, we're going to use the juice from the nice organic chicken to make our stock, and Sanch, and she's going to take you through how to make a delicious gravy.
Okay, so in this pan we've got our organic chicken juices already, and we're going to add a sort of dessert tablespoonful of corn flour to thicken the gravy a little bit. And you keep stirring the cooking juices and the corn flour until you get a thick emulsion. So that's the base of your gravy. So today we're going to make a gravy with some red wine and some rosemary and some honey. But you could make it with anything you like. You could make a ginger and sesame gravy. You can add anything you want to vary things each week. So once you've started to get a thick emulsion, just add a dash of red wine. You've got a giant bottle of red wine here, but any red wine will do. Just add a good dash and then keep stirring until it starts to take on the fats and the cooking juices. Then we're going to add a spoonful of English honey. It's a really good ingredient. Just about a dessert spoonful, but you can do this to taste. Somebody like a sweeter flavour, some people don't. I'm going to add some fresh rosemary I've just picked from the garden and given a quick chop into the pan. Chicken stock cube. It's an organic stock cube and it doesn't have any MSG included in the ingredients, which is quite important because that can really spoil the flavour and it's not very good for you. The other thing I'm going to add is a teaspoonful of whole grain mustard because it gives a nice flavour to the gravy. So you just keep giving that a stir and leave it on the boil until you're ready to serve.
The chicken's ready, the Portuguese potatoes are nice and crispy, the veg is done and the gravy's ready, and now we're ready to eat.